Welcome back to our channel.
And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place.
Today we are going to be answering some questions that you guys have given us about being new parents, new moms.
We got a fussy boy on our hands today. But, oh, bless you. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from us and our new little family.
Okay, so I posted on my Instagram story, if you guys aren't following us, follow us, asking you guys for questions, and the number one question...
Oh, I haven't heard any of these questions.
What do you think the number one question is?
How does he sleep?
Yes!
Really?
Well, it's if we're getting any sleep, but I guess that's along the same lines.
Oh.
What's the answer?
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
we
not a deal.
get a lot of sleep. Today we slept until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, which is a little unusual.
Usually we're up by like 6 or 7.
But I think that that's a part of the reason that like it has been fine for us is because we don't have like schedules that we need to keep to.
Yeah.
Like we are our own boss. We
Yeah.
set our own schedules, so we can
Right.
sleep until noon if we want to, you know?
Right. But even if like we had to be up say by like 8 o'clock, we still get a good amount of sleep. Like
Yeah.
we get at least 6-7 hours with
Yeah.
him.
He wakes up like
Every
maybe
3
three
hours.
times in the night.
Yeah, to eat.
Mm-hmm.
We have a system, I'll pump, and then she'll give him a bottle for the first 2 times he wakes up. And then if he wakes up 2 other times, then I'll take those times in the morning.
Do you have any rules / parenting styles you'll be enforcing?
I don't really feel like I've thought about that because it's like I'm not there yet.
I don't think that we're going to.
No?
We don't have like structured things in our life like that, you know? Like
Yeah.
we like to pick and choose things that we like. For example, sleep training. I read a book about sleep training. I'm not gonna like sleep train per se, but we're gonna pick and choose things
Yeah.
from the sleep training system that make sense for us, you
Yeah.
know? And you know what? Like after everything that happened with the birth, that's even more like we can set goals for ourselves, we can set expectations, but if we fall short of them, that's okay. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say we're gonna do this, we're not gonna do this. It's all gonna be fine.
Right.
This question, I don't know if this was for both of us. I
Okay.
think it may have just been for me. Did you feel the unconditional love straight away, or did it take a while?
I feel like I did.
I think
But
I did.
I feel like a part of the reason you did is because like you saw him first. Like you got to see him first, you get to hold him first. Like I was strapped to an operating table, so like I didn't really get that like moment right away, which I
Right.
really wanted, and that's why I planned to have like a home water birth in the beginning.
I think that's one of the biggest drawbacks of C-sections is, you know, there's so much benefit to that immediate skin to skin.
And we didn't get that for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Well, you get sewn up and
I did get to do that with him, so I think
Right.
that kind of made our bond a little bit stronger. And also like if you know me, like the kind of person I am is I get very attached.
Yeah,
you know,
very
I have a
nurturing.
lot of love, and I just.
sometimes I feel like you guys are more connected than like we are. Not that I'm not connected with him, but
I do think we have a very special connection, and it has nothing to do with our genetics or our DNA, but
you love your mommy?
I do think he loves me.
He's finally falling asleep.
Do you have energy to do other things, or are you way too tired from having a newborn?
I feel like the drawback for me is the blood loss that I
Yes,
have.
for sure.
Because I'm severely anemic, so it's like it's hard for me to get up and just like do all of these things. Like it takes all of my energy just to get ready for the day.
Taking care of him is not that big of a
Easy.
deal.
He's totally fine. He just wants to be cuddled, guys.
That's
if he's
it.
fed and his diaper isn't wet or poopy and he's burped and he's good.
Really, like, I think he's like such an easy baby.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm speaking too soon, but I think we lucked out with him.
Yeah.
Because he's just chill all the
He's
time.
really chill.
So
which
many
is
people-
crazy because I was not chill during my pregnancy.
That is so weird, right? Like, we were
Yeah.
both really anxious because she was having panic attacks left and right.
like nightly.
And they say, like, if you have anxiety during your pregnancy, those hormones are passed to your baby and it can make them anxious.
but he's
Um,
constantly chill.
He's so chill. I don't know how he came from you.
I have no idea.
When I bought the Nintendo Switch, like, a couple months ago, a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of people were messaging me saying, you are not
Yeah.
going to have time to be playing that. It
Like,
just,
yeah.
in general, is this theme where everyone kept telling us we're not going to have time for anything now that we have a baby. I hate that mentality.
Yeah.
I think we've had time for anything we want to. The only drawback is that you can't be up on your feet a lot.
If I hadn't have had the blood loss and the anemia right now, we'd be like totally just doing everything that we normally did.
Yeah, I think the only thing we're not doing is uploading 3 times a week. We're uploading 2 times a week.
But that's
instead.
really just because of me.
It's
like,
just because of that. It's just easier for us.
Yeah, it's hard for me to vlog for you guys because I have to be up on my feet and doing stuff. I can't just be in bed vlogging me in bed for the whole day. Like, you guys wouldn't watch that.
How have the dogs adjusted to having Harper around?
Pretty good, I think. I think they're a little bit bored, which I feel bad because like I can't give them as much attention as like I used to. But I thought we were really nervous.
I was worried that they were gonna get like protective,
right? Or like territorial,
just because he was new. But it wasn't like he was new at all.
No, they literally just like, it's like they knew him already and were expecting him to come.
Yeah.
And sometimes when like we're bathing Harper and Harper obviously screams in the bath sometimes, Frank will get upset. Like he thinks that Julia's like hurting him or something.
And if you guys have seen like some of our prank videos, sometimes Frank will get upset if we're like loud and then we're seeing upset at each other.
But he does the same thing if Harper is crying, or he'll sit at the end of the bed, and if he's like getting a diaper change and he looks like he's concerned about him.
Yeah. Do you plan to vlog when Harper's older? Is it going to turn into a family vlog channel?
I feel like we'll still vlog.
I don't know if we would consider ourselves like a family vlog channel. I don't really know what we consider our channel.
I don't know. We upload what we want. Yeah. But I feel like the main thing is just like us in our life, and then like having kids is just like an extra.
It's just happening.
And when we have our next kid, then we'll do the same thing.
Like if Harper doesn't want to be shown on camera, like that, we're not going to show him, you know?
When he's old enough to say like, I don't want to be filmed, then we won't film him. We'll just film
or
us.
even seem uncomfortable with it. I don't want to like push anything like that. Does Abbie's complications make me scared to have the next baby?
Oh, I get asked this all the time.
I don't think so.
Oh gosh,
Maybe
you should be scared.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not thinking about it. I don't know.
But the things that happened to me were because of my situation.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that we learned what not to do for you. If I were to have done things differently, I don't think I would have had as many complications as I did.
I think that we did put our trust in some of the wrong people, and I don't want to go too much into it, but I think we didn't listen to our gut like we should have. And so that was a lesson to be learned, but...
I don't want to say that I like regret anything, but I think that I could have had a better birth experience if I were to have known that I had preeclampsia, or known that I was anemic so that I didn't have the blood loss after, and maybe I wouldn't have needed a C-section, and I could have at least had that like moment like where he comes out and I'm able to like catch him right away. Do you have a plan for your birth plan?
Well, I originally had, because when Abbie said she wanted to do a natural birth, I started reading all these books about natural birth because I wanted to
It's really beneficial.
understand what she wanted there, and like home birth and stuff. And so I was like, dang, like this is a cool thing. I want to do a home birth now. Now that everything has happened, I've realized the benefit of having like medical professionals around constantly and all this equipment.
Things can just change so quickly.
Things can change, and it's so much could potentially go wrong, and now we know that more. And so it's like, because of that, I would feel safer doing it in the hospital, but that doesn't change my thoughts about home births at all. I don't think that it's a bad idea to do that.
No, I think it's great, especially for people if you have like anxiety about hospitals. That's why I wanted to do it. If I didn't have complications, then I think it would have been great. And if you don't have complications, or someone that has a home birth doesn't have complications, I think it's great.
Do you feel any connection to the donor when looking at Harper?
That's weird because I thought that I would. But I really don't. I didn't even think to like pull up photos and like see the characteristics really. I just like, sometimes I just completely forget.
Sometimes when you think about it, it feels... There was one moment where we were looking at him and we were thinking, he does look a lot like the donor right now. And usually we look at him and we think he looks a lot like you.
Yeah.
It's a strange feeling.
Because it feels almost like intimate, but then also it's not intimate because we don't know each other.
Right.
And he just gave us like a nice gift, and then we're like separate, but then also it's like we created a child together, but also like not in that way.
Right.
So it's like,
a
where's the
strange
line?
concept. Yeah.
90% of the time though, I don't think about it.
And at the end of the day, he's him, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter like what his genetics are.
Right.
Will you change the intro on your YouTube channel now that you have Harper?
Ooh, yes, we plan to.
I don't know when we're gonna do it. It's like, I don't know. I guess whenever you're feeling better, probably.
Yeah, probably once I'm feeling better, you guys will have a new intro. We still need to like kind of come up with the whole concept idea of what we want to do, but yes.
We got a couple ideas.
I'm kind of sad to lose the old intro though, because it's like the Bahamas was like so fun, and that's when we like really started gaining like subscribers and like connecting with you guys like online, so it's kind of bittersweet, but also it's gonna be really fun to have a new intro with little baby.
Yeah, it is. We should go to the Bahamas again and just do it with Harper.
Yeah, because I want to be a real Bahama mama this time.
Do you guys pick whose turn it is to change him.
I feel like you do more of the diaper changes.
I do more of the day.
But I also do the milk.
So it's kind of a balance. And also one time he pooped on me.
Yeah.
And so
now I'm kind of scared because it was very explosive. We don't need to go into it because we don't want to embarrass him. But it was very scary.
do you have anxiety while he's asleep if he's breathing or
Oh my
fine?
gosh, yes.
Yes, a lot.
All the time. But that's why we have the little sock that detects his like heart rate.
Yeah, and especially after everything that happened during the birth, I think it's just, I don't know, for some
We're
reason
just
it makes me more anxious.
scared.
But you have to go to sleep, you know?
Yeah.
So that's honestly one of my favorite purchases that we have made is the Owlet. It has an alarm that will go off if his oxygen levels or his heart rate levels get too low. Definitely one of my favorite baby purchases we made. By the way, we have been leaving links in the description of all our videos of our favorite baby purchases, so that's going to be in the description if you guys are interested in the stuff that has been the most useful to us. Do you get people telling you that Harper needs a father or that he's missing something?
Only online. Like, obviously, people online are going to say stuff. There's going to be homophobic people constantly. No one has ever said it to our face.
I guess I don't really see why. I don't
yeah.
know. I've been
He
trying to
has
figure out
grandpas.
what I love to see. I want to see every side of everything, you know? I want to see the contradictions to my thoughts always. And so I try and figure out, why does he need a father? Why do people say that?
People don't usually say that to, like, single mothers.
I guess I can see the value to having a male influence in your life.
But
so
he
you can
does have
positive
male
relationships
influences.
with men.
He
does.
has grandpas. He has tons of uncles. So I think if he needs, like, that male role model or
There's a lot of
someone
men
to
in
talk
his
to
life,
when
yeah.
he's older, he has people.
And also, like, I know a lot of, like, traditionally masculine, like, things. If they're worried about, like, him learning to change a tire, like, I can teach him how to
She's
change
got
a tire,
it.
you know? So, I don't know. I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
Do you see Harper's personality already?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, he's a baby, right? So a
Yeah,
lot of his things
it
are
could
just baby
change.
things, right? But
But also, like, he still does, like, kind of have a personality.
he does. And it's new, and we'll learn it more, but
Yeah.
he's very interactive,
Yeah.
like, alert.
He already, like, smiles at you if you, like, pull funny faces, which
Mm-hmm.
some people say doesn't happen with newborns, but...
Sometimes it's a fart smile, and I know
Yeah.
that. But sometimes I know, just he's looking off, and I'll tickle him, and he'll look right at me and smile. And it's
yeah.
like, that's not a fart.
No.
He's happy, and I know it.
He just loves his moms! You can't tell us otherwise!
Are you both mom, or do you have individual names like mommy and mama?
We decided when I was pregnant that I was gonna be mama and you were gonna be mommy, but, like, it didn't really stick, and then so we kind of just...
I kind of try and say that.
Me too.
If he gets older and then it becomes like a thing, it's like difficult to have a difference, then maybe we can go to it more. Will you let Harper wear dresses?
If he wants to.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my dreams in life, and I don't want to pressure
Oh,
him about
geez.
this, is to have a drag queen as a child. I think it would be amazing. Can you imagine the pride you would feel going to a drag show and your
Oh
child's
my
up there?
gosh,
That's
okay.
amazing. Does Harper still like jazz music, or does he have a favorite type of music?
I still play music for him in the morning. If you remember when I was pregnant, I would always play jazz music and, like, write my to-do list, and he'd always, like, kick around and stuff. I don't specifically always play jazz, but I always play music in the morning, and he likes it.
Did the hospital staff treat you any different because you were a same-sex couple?
No, I don't think so. There were some points where things were, like, a little bit awkward. The protocol is, like, father on the birth certificate.
was one thing. It took them a while to find the same-sex couple birth certificate.
But they had it.
They had it, yeah. There was one moment where one of the doctors was asking about the donor, but I think the issue was he had clearly never interacted with a lesbian couple with a child before. You could tell he was like, he didn't even know walking into the room. He was like, "Are you her sister?" And so I think it threw him off, and so he did like call him the father.
We also live in Utah too, where
It's really
most people are
uncommon.
religious, yeah.
And so I think you have to cut people a break a little bit, you know, correct them, and that's what we did. I said, you know, we used a sperm bank. He came from a donor. There is no father involved.
And he actually, you could tell, like, did research or something, and now has said sperm donor every single time
we've talked to him since. He has corrected himself, and so I think that it's just
Sometimes
important.
people just don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, was that it?
That's all the questions that I screenshotted. I think those
Wow.
are pretty good questions. Honestly, this parenting thing, we got it in the bag. Like, not too bad. It has nothing to do with us, and it has everything to do with Harper.
Yeah.
He's the best baby. He's amazing. I'm so excited to watch him grow up. He's such a sweet boy.
We love you, honey.
We love you so much.
He's just over here sleeping. But I guess that's it. So if you have any other questions for us, leave them below. Maybe we can do a part 2 if you guys like this. Today's notification shout out goes to Emily Roberts. Thanks so much for having your notifications turned on.
We
love you.
If the rest of you would also like a post notification shout out, all you gotta do is turn on your post notifications, then leave a comment letting us know you did it, and you might be in our next video.
You never know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.